little break in between woodworking projects are these drawing projects. So these are just pencil drawings. Spent quite a lot of time on them, and so to protect them, I have this fixative spray. It's specifically for pencil, chalk, pastel drawings. Right? I already tested it on a different piece. And this picture looks like it's going to be fine. You just want some light coats. That's what I'll do. That's it. Next step is a frame, so I don't need this anymore. So the mat that's in here is white. I'd probably rather have a colored one, but it might do. I'll just get the picture ready to put in there. Just take this apart and reuse the frame. It's only paper. It doesn't come right out. Take the staple out. That's what I'm going to do. Don't need to break the glass. A little change of plans. I found a piece of mat board. I measured it. I can't get this apart. It's glued really well. So, taking another approach. I've already marked this based on the previous mat. Gotta cut the shape first, or size first. That to work with. So the good thing when you're making a custom mat, you get to decide the opening, and so I want to make sure I get all of the drawing in, but still leave enough on the outside edges to mount it to the board. So this edge here, so 15 3/4 by 13. Now that here is 20. So that means I'll have 4 1/4. So if I take the 15 3/4 out, I have 4 1/4 left to make my 20. Divide that by 2. So my 4 1/4 becomes 2 1/8 from each edge. And then 13 comes off of here. I have 16. So 16 minus 13, 3 inches. So I have 1.5 inches at the top and bottom. And in fact, it is pretty close. I'm going to give it 12.5. We'll use my little tiny combo square. So remember this was, now this one, reset, 1 3/4. Let's go there. I need more weight. Not bad. I don't use this that often, so every time is going to be like a little learning experience. But what happens is, put this up against your straight edge from the back, because this comes down at an angle, this cutter. And this will make that white, the bevel that reveals the core of the mat board. But you line it up with your straight edge, and then the distance is predetermined here. So when you do get the opening, it's a little, just a little bit inside, but that's the way you do this. And so you cut, you got to be mindful where the point is, and line that up. You probably can't see that, but what you basically will do is line it up here, so that when it goes in, you're cutting only between those lines. Don't go all the way through. That would be bad. So, and what you're trying to do is get one cut. So you have to put a lot of pressure on it. Start here, stop there. And just do it. Like I said, I learned this a little bit new every time. So on the back edge, you see there's a guide, right? That lines up here. That tells you where the cutter's going to go. So let's get this back together here. And there you go. I'll frame something smaller with this. I like it. So that's what I get. And then I'll get that mounted. I just use tape. Not rocket science. This isn't going into a museum. It's just going to get hung up. So I'll tape it from the back. And then just get it in the frame. So last step, I moved my the hanger from here to here. So it hangs up that way. It's lined up the way I like. I could reuse some of these staples, but I also have this, which drives staples that way, like this. See how it works. How does this work? Actually, it works pretty well. So it shoots these little tabs, like you can see in most other frames. In fact, you don't need to watch this. Done. Here's the finished project. Nice and framed and matted. It appears to be straight. That's all I need. Thanks for watching.